Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Similar to yesterday morning, markets are up. Dow up 257, Nasdaq up 118, S&P up 32. VIX trending down is now at 22.34. No one DTE for me today. VIX down almost 5%. We have FOMC interest rate decision tomorrow. So be interesting to see what the markets do today. Hopefully they're just nice and calm as we wait for the Fed's decision tomorrow on interest rates. Coinbase coming down. We had a lot of stocks push up through pre-market highs about 10 minutes ago. Some of them are coming back down now. NVIDIA up 1%. MU, man, that stock just continues to go up another 2.5%. Uber up 3.2%. Bell be ringing here in about 30 seconds. Do have some earnings this week. Just posted the calendar in the earnings calendar channel. DocuSign, Lululemon, OKLO after the close today. And there is the bell. Dow up 350, Nasdaq up 99, S&P up 31. NVIDIA has been trading sideways since last summer. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when it finally breaks out. Oil sitting at about 94 a barrel. Big push up in Hood, SMCI. Amazon, nice push up. Coinbase, nice push up. Meta, Microsoft. About a 20-point push up in the S&P. So it's definitely liking something today. NVIDIA, not pushing with the rest of them. Kind of gave up everything that it had here in the pre-market push. VIX down to 22. Hope it stays above 20. Nice push up in Netflix, Amazon, Coinbase, Microsoft, Meta, Hood, SMCI, PLTR, Goog. But NVIDIA, what are you doing? Wow. I mean, take your pick in terms of stocks that have pushed through pre-market highs. A lot of them. Chips coming down though. AMD. AMD started trying to bounce a little bit, but MU, NVIDIA. All right. So let's see if we get any volume bars with this strong market. Dow at 430 now. Not much in terms of scheduled news today. Pending home sales at the top of the hour. Coinbase pulling back to previous day high. I might look to get long here in coin on that pullback. It's 3 DTE today, 3 DTE. Looking at the 210 calls in Coinbase. Trying to get filled at $5. No, 505, 510. I filled at 520 in coin. Filled at 520 in coin on the 210 calls. Chased it a little bit. Not too happy about that. I closed half at 560. Actually, let's make that 570. Close half at 570. SMCI with a big volume bar. It's a cheaper stock if anybody wants to trade that one. All right, Coinbase, do your thing. Rip up through highs of day. Yeah, SMCI pulling back a little bit too. So now would be a good entry if you want to play that volume runner on a cheaper stock. Let's go, coin. Time to go. MU staying weak, coming down. Yesterday I missed that Tesla. Didn't want to miss coin here, but it's not taken off yet. Yep, SMCI came down a little bit too far on that volume runner. Baidu coming down, MU coming down. Filled at 570 to close half my Coinbase. Oh boy. I'd close another at 620. Close another Coinbase at 620. Apple pushing through yesterday's highs. That's what I need Coinbase to do right here. Let's go. Same thing with PLTR. Wouldn't mind seeing Apple pull back right back to yesterday's high. That could be a good entry here for another long. Wow, Coinbase coming all the way down. Tell you what, I've struggled though in 2026 picking some of these. Seems like I miss a lot and then I pick the wrong ones. Needs to bounce. Yeah, Apple's still pushing up, darn it. PLTR with a big volume bar. Coinbase now down kind of below where I entered now. Coin's got to hold above yesterday's highs, or I'm going to exit. Man. Stay above, hold your head up. I do like Apple on this pullback. I'm going to get in some Apple on the 255 calls. Make sure you're using the 3 DTE. Filled at 228 in Apple. And see how we close half. At 250. I will close half my Apple at 250. Closing coin. Jeez. Coin really fell apart. I can't even get out of it. Well, let's just hold on to coin then for a bit here. Netflix with a nice push up. I got out of coin at 470. Exactly a scratch trade. That was a bummer. I was kind of hoping it would rip up. It's just struggling. Stay above the yesterday's highs. Filled at 252 and Apple to close half. Close another Apple at 270. SMCI popped back up. Microsoft, nice push up. Netflix, make it a big green bar. That's it, Apple. Nice push. I love the Apple trades when they push through pre-market highs, push through a key level like yesterday's highs. I've gotten a lot of nice winners in Apple playing that trade. Another big bar in PLTR. Can I have an order at 270 to close another Apple? AMD with a nice reversal, now pushing through highs of day. Can't say the same for NVIDIA or MU. Watching AMD. Might get long AMD here if it can pull back just a little bit to pre-market highs. Looks like it's leaving without me. Keep my eye on it, though. I was looking at the 200 calls in AMD. 200 calls in AMD. Jump in here. Filled at 385 in AMD. Filled at 385 in AMD. So any pullback back down through pre-market highs, I would exit. This bar needs to finish going higher. Turns out I didn't get a very good fill. Well, it's too bad I didn't get a better fill in AMD, but oh well. I would close half at 425. Pushes up. Put AMD right there. NVIDIA coming down through lows, gone into the red. Man, NVIDIA just can't bust out of that about 185, 86 price. Apple taking a pause. Yeah, Coinbase. Good exit there. Need AMD to hold right here. Turns out I could have got a little better fill, but I didn't want it to leave me. Filled at 273 and Apple to close another. Nice push up. Close another at 295. Tesla pushing through highs of day. AMD through highs of day. AMD now trying to move for us now. Got pushed right back down, darn it, before I could hit my first profit target. Let's go, AMD. NVIDIA still coming down. NVIDIA going to drag this market down. Coinbase finally trying to bounce back above yesterday's highs. AMD kind of sitting about where I entered. And I thought when it took off there, it was going to hit our first profit target, but it got whacked right back down. Yeah, NVIDIA, anytime it's around that 185, 186, I kind of looked at it historical over the last 6 months. It just having trouble breaking through it. Imagine once it breaks through it, then we might get past 200. Apple with a nice little 3-bar pullback here. This is something I used to use. I haven't used it lately, but a lot of times if you get a push up and then you get a little 2 or 3 bar pullback that isn't much to it, that's where I would get long for upside continuation. Now, if this just continues to fall throughout this 5-minute bar, then no. It kind of depends where it finishes. Yes, this is a little bit big of a pullback here. I don't want to see any more on Apple. It's eating our profits. Pop back up there. Tesla pushing through highs of day. Oh yeah, we had pending home sales that came out. Doesn't look like it affected the markets much. Okay, so here now, Apple, you see how it's kind of bouncing back up. So that's a good sign on a little 3-bar pullback. And as long as it can stay up through the next few minutes here, I guess we're about halfway through. So yeah, it needs to stay up. But anyway, before I would use like pre-market highs, pre-market lows, key levels, I would use this type of a candlestick pattern for trading upside and also downside continuation runners. Push up, little 3-bar pullback, and then you want it to continue higher. Same thing with a downside. You get downside push, little 3-bar bounce, and then continue down. I'm not quite sure about Apple here yet. I'd like to see it pop back up here a little bit more. Further down it comes. I don't like. It might come back down to yesterday's high and bounce again. Wow, NVIDIA falling apart. It's just puzzling. Stock is so puzzling. Okay, now, so yeah, this is what I like to see in Apple. Like, I guess I could call this like my old school continuation runner. Push up, little pause or little pullback. Now I want to see it rip higher. Ooh, AMD coming down. Don't like that. AMD needs to bounce. Anything lower, it's already. My line in the sand was kind of right here on this pre-market highs. It's kind of went through it. So let's see if AMD can bounce here. Not like at AMD. Now that's that volume bar is just too big. I'm going to close my AMD. Filled at 345. Yeah, just did not. Something's dragging the chips down after it went up through highs of day. So far, Apple's been holding. That's good. Yeah, if AMD would have had a little bit smaller red bar, I would have held it, but went through my line in the sand. Dow up 338, NASDAQ up 186, S&P up 44. No extension out of Apple yet, but it's holding nicely. Everything feels kind of heavy. Yeah, it's good out in AMD. Things feeling a little heavy. Nvidia is still going down. Not sure what the deal is with Nvidia today, but I know they have that was a 3 or 4 day conference going on in California. I think that's where it's at. Tesla up to highs of day. That's where I need Apple to be. PLTR is another one that's holding pretty well. All right, now this Apple pattern is now no longer a pattern for an upside continuation runner. So I need to see a bounce here. I'm gonna exit. Yeah, exiting Apple. Go to 230. So that ate into some profits on that move down. Yeah, things feel heavy. S&P and Nasdaq still coming down. Boy, big drop in AMD. That's a good out. I mean, we went 30 points up in 20 minutes. Now let's go 30 points down. Why not? These moves the markets make, man, just don't make sense. Something obviously was better 20 minutes ago than what it is now. I'm going to jump into some PLTR, I think, here. PLTR is holding in this pullback. So 157 point. No, let's go 155 calls. 155 calls in PLTR. Filled at 325 in PLTR. That's the 155 calls in PLTR. So we've had this drop in the S&P of about 20 points, and PLTR has been holding. I would close half at 360. So if it breaks below this consolidation here, I will exit. Netflix retreating. All right, PLTR, I need you to hold right there. Now PLTR is right at my cut. All right. PLTR, it's too far down. Closing PLTR. Oops. Got to take my working order off first. Now, let's just hold it and see what it does here. Tried to close it, but my working order was in, so it rejected it. It's dipped its toe below my line, but it's potentially maybe wanting to get back above it. Can PLTR stay above it? Above that. So far, so good. It's happened a lot to me where I've gotten out because prices went through my line, and then right after I got out, price bounced. So maybe this was my time of winning it. The fact that I didn't get filled because I had a working order in. Price action has definitely slowed a little bit. I got Apple. 6 red bars in a row now. S&P coming back down to close to where it opened. Need PLTR to rip up to highs of day. NVIDIA trying to bounce back a bit. That bar in the S&P was bought up quick. MU trying to bounce. AMD trying to bounce. Need a good rip to highs of day by PLTR. All right, got my order still at 360. That same one that prevented me from closing PLTR. May it be a blessing in disguise. CoreWeave pushing up above through highs of day. No extension up to highs yet for PLTR, so just holding. NVIDIA trying to come back, getting its third green bar in a row. Again, I got an order in at 360 to close half my PLTR if it can continue higher. AMD trying to bounce after flushing me out. That's it. PLTR, get going. All right, if we can get one more good push up in PLTR, we should hit my first profit target. S&P is definitely a little weaker than the NASDAQ. Dow the weaker of the three. Dow only up 111 now. Tesla up to highs of day. MU up to highs of day. Through highs of day, through yesterday's highs. Man, MU, you just can't keep it down. PLTR, come on. Trading sideways here. Need an extension. Well, I'm probably not going to get in any more day trades, so I'll post in the chat channel when I make a move in PLTR. So comes back down below this consolidation, I'll exit. Otherwise, hopefully we can get it to push up to highs of day. So talk to everybody later. Have a good day of trading. See you soon. Peace.